The pressure to find a way to manage fisheries sustainably has never been so urgent. If managed sustainably, this renewable resource could provide one of Ireland's richest renewable assets. As one of Europe's largest marine nations, surely we should be leading the way in promoting sustainable fisheries. Barrister Sarah Ryan Enright is a specialist in marine environmental law and believes the law could be used to strengthen and expand marine protection.
Sarah, can you tell me what is a marine protected area?
Well, a marine protected area is a geographically defined area in the marine environment, which is designated and managed to achieve specific conservation objectives. So you could have the strictest type of marine protected area on the one hand, which involves no human activities at all. These are called no-take zones. So all that would be allowed in a no-take zone would be scientific research, for example. And then you can have a whole other spectrum of activities that may or may not occur in marine protected areas. So you may have some level of fishing allowed, for example. You may have some level of tourism allowed. So it really depends on the conservation needs of the site.
Marine protected areas are a particularly effective tool to help restore marine ecosystems, safeguard sensitive marine habitats, including fish spawning grounds, and help sustain productive fisheries in the long term. And we need to do more than just draw lines on maps. It will also be necessary to actively restore habitats, letting fish reproduce and helping to bring back lost abundance. There is much to be done.
Globally, it has been acknowledged we are in the midst of a serious biodiversity crisis and that we are facing into the 6th mass extinction, many scientists have said. And so marine protected areas globally have been acknowledged as one solution to the biodiversity crisis because they allow species to recover. They can also be used to protect migratory routes for many marine species. So currently at the global level, only 7% of our oceans are protected, which is actually quite low.
So the marine protected areas will help resilience of certain habitats and fish stocks and marine habitats, but unless we remove the actual pressure, we're not going to help marine biodiversity to recover.
Yes, I think we need to tackle the causes of the problems.
Would you say that we would benefit and the health of our marine environment would benefit from having more marine protected areas?
Absolutely. You have increased fisheries both inside a marine protected area and outside. You are able to restore the marine biodiversity within the site. Habitats are restored. And also there are socio-economic benefits because marine protected areas attract tourists from all over the world. And once fisheries are replenished, that also leads to increased food security for coastal communities and also an improved economy. Of course, the important thing to remember is we must create effective marine protected areas, and that means allocating sufficient resources for monitoring and enforcement as well.
So designating 30% of our oceans as marine protected areas, that won't do it. There needs to be more conservation action.
Yes, I mean, it's one thing to designate an area as a marine protected area, and it's another thing to implement it.
While Ireland currently protects only 2% of our marine territory with designated areas, we have committed to protecting 10% by 2020 and 30% by 2030. If implemented properly, marine protected areas would allow for a recovery of fish populations and other marine life. The benefits to biodiversity and communities dependent on fisheries are far-reaching. With pressure on fisheries likely to rise as a result of Brexit, there is no time to lose. We now have the knowledge. We understand how to allow stocks to recover.